there's a lot of editing that you can do just here on screen. Now, I always say if you're going to get into a lot of detail, you're going to want to go ahead and look into purchasing the Husqvarna Viking embroidery software that lets you manipulate designs to no end. I'm going to just pull up design 53 on our screen, and I picked this because it's not symmetrical, and I can show you how we're going to be able to size, move, rotate, and mirror this design. So right here where Alt is, this is very important. As you touch it, up comes more functions. And we're of course doing this all in the edit view before we go touch go sew. So for sizing, that is the one down here in the bottom left corner. And as we come here, we can touch and drag on screen. It shows us our new sizes right here. We can also tap using these arrows in multiple directions. Now notice that it is sizing proportionally, and that's because this lock is on. So if we unlock it, now I can make it taller but not wider, or skinnier but not taller. So we can change the proportion of this design and get it to fit where we want it to be. If you want to get it back to where you started, that 100% box is perfect. Okay, let's touch Alt again. Let's go into the rotate. That's the one with the little steering wheel. If you just need to rotate it 90 degrees, which most of the time we do, we just need to kind of flip it on its side or get it because we've hooped our fabric one direction because we couldn't hoop it the other direction. 90 degrees is going to be your friend. But if you're kind of designing a little bit, you have degree changes in 1 degree increments. You can do it with your stylus, just touching and dragging on the screen, or you can use that little arrow at the bottom to go right or left, clockwise or counterclockwise, depending on which way you're going. 0 is going to get you right back to where we started. As we touch, I was going to move it, but guess what? We were still in the rotation mode, so we went ahead and got it to rotate. So I'm going to bring it back to 0. Touch the Alt, and if we want to touch the moving icon, now it won't rotate when I do it. Here's something that often I do use, and you'll see me using this today, is that when you take a design and you want to sew it in the top corner of that hoop, instead of trying to find where that top corner is and tap it, slide it outside the hoop area. And this icon becomes available. It's called Move to Hoop. And by touching it, if you're outside both the top and side, it will bounce you right back to the perfect position of that corner. It is super easy to do that. Now, if you're just outside one edge, it will bring you back into just even with that edge. Wherever you are, top and bottom, it will keep and just bounce you in. But usually you're using a corner. Love that. We're ready to go sew it out there. And then, of course, if you are looking to mirror image this design, we can flip it by touching the mirror image left, right, and we have up, down, which would be different than rotating it, even though it probably looks very similar. But all the mirror image options are right here along the side of your machine. So just remember which area you're in when you're in Alt. This last one here is for zooming in. So right now it's showing us our hoop and design. If we want to see just our design, it will zoom into that. And if we want to zoom in on an area, like if we're trying to match something up, we can touch and drag a box around that. Let me show you that again. I can touch here, nothing happens. I'm going to touch my screen, I'm dragging a little box, and whatever that dotted box is covering, that's what it's going to zoom in on. And really quick, back out to the full view when you're done. Now I'm still in that mirror image, not a mirror image, the magnifying glass, and when I want to get back to probably leave it on moving, that's the most common one. And again, you can move it just very small increments, left or right, up or down. So we have the option to size, move, rotate, and mirror. But if you want to get in and kind of manipulate this design or eliminate something, that is where embroidery software will give you so many more opportunities.